It's been a rough week for all Baltimore baseball fans. The players, the organization, the fans, nobody was having fun this past week and weekend. And I kind of want to dive in this video right here to what it kind of really means now that you made a move with no more Brandon Hyde and Tim Cousins now gone as well on that staff. But it's a reality that things aren't going to just snap back into place. And I'm going to have a clip here from Clint Hurdle, who is now the Rockies bench coach, longtime manager for the Colorado Rockies and the Pittsburgh Pirates. And I want to discuss that and a lot more here in just a couple of minutes. But if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show. Do it live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Right now, it's kind of impromptu, but subscribing and liking the videos helps us out tremendously. So thank you in advance. But let's dive into this now, shall we? Okay. So, the Orioles, when you make a move, you hope, at least that's what fans were hoping, that, all right, there's going to be a change, there's going to be some energy, something. But just goes to show you not every situation is the same, and you can't just snap your fingers and everything's going to be all right. Because the Baltimore Orioles have more issues right now than just firing your manager, right? They got to go out there and play fundamental baseball. They got to be able to pitch, hit, play defense, and then execute situationally. And that's been a really hard thing for the squad so far this year in Baltimore. But the reason why I want to play this Clint Hurdle clip, I just had him on the show last week, and the Rockies are the worst team in baseball. And they don't have the expectations that the Orioles have, but Clint gives perspective on what you have to do now to evaluate and keep moving forward, even though you are facing adversity square in the face. So let's play this video brought to you guys by our friends over at Merit Clubs.
But talk about what that is like, you know, when you're trying to find your way in Baltimore here. The Birds are trying to find their way, right? 15-27. This team was supposed to be the best in the American League. And then it's kind of now they're in that shock. So talk about the struggles on the day-to-day of trying to change things around.
Well, the daily challenge is to show up fresh when you're getting beat up. And one of the terms I use in the book, Hurdleism, is you got to find a way to shower well. Whatever that day brought you, sideways, bad, good, muddy, horrible, yes, walk off, whatever happened, honestly self-evaluate and then get it off of you. Get it off of you. You got to find a way wherever you're going next after the locker room. You need to be able to be present. For a lot of these young men, they're going back to young families. Mm-hmm. You know, some of them are married, some of them got kids. And one of the lessons I learned the hard way was not being present often enough, was taking some of that baggage back home with me. Showering well, just let it get down the drain. And that's part of it. The other part of it is finding enough people, gatekeepers in your organization, to be realistic but optimistic. You can't walk away from what's happened. You can't downplay it. And you can't just let a lot of people keep saying, well, we're okay. We're okay. No, we're not okay. You know, what we need to be saying is we're going to work hard today to get better. So there's got to be a mentality that's unique, and it takes grit. It takes guts. But a lot of times, you know, the players are players, and they tend to, like men do when problems arise, they isolate. You got to find a way to get them back in community, back in the herd, back in the pack mentality. Not one person's going to lead us out of this. Not one person got us into it.
So I wanted to play that clip because it kind of makes sense right now, right? When you're looking at what's going on with the Orioles, it's not just one fix that's going to change something, right? You got to go out there and you got to put together winning games and a winning formula. And also, we know when losing happens, someone's going to lose their job. And in this case, Brandon Hyde and Tim Cousins are the people that lost their jobs already. But moving forward, the Orioles are still going to have to take a step back, right? You heard Clint Hurdle say we got to take a step back and evaluate what do we need to do better overall. Because if you want to get back into being that high-level team that you hope to be, you're going to have some serious self-reflection. And for the Orioles right now, obviously, starting pitching hasn't been consistent enough. And then offensively, they're not executing as well, and specifically in situational hitting. A lot of runners left in scoring position that they're not bringing home. And then fundamentally, defensively, maybe giving some opportunities to the team, right? It's a complete game, and it's going to take more. And we can dive a whole lot more into that and a lot more in the future. But I know fans don't like this answer either. And I don't know if they're going to short-term fix this, right? You know, sitting at 15-30 as I'm doing this video, I'm not saying the Birds are going to come back and make the playoffs, right? It's a hard thing to come out of. But you hope, can you continue to put together one game at a time? And if you can do that, you can look up and say, all right, we're moving in the right direction. And then you can evaluate properly. But nothing's going to fully change in just one day. But in one day, you can keep showing up. You can continue to put your best foot forward. And you have two options. You can go back to work or you can quit. And these guys ain't quitters. So I expect the Orioles to keep working. But if that results in victories, we'll find out here in the upcoming future. But if you like this video, hit that like and subscribe button. Be back on Tuesday for a brand new week of shows. But you guys be good until then.